David Nour is our keynote speaker today. He has spent the past 20 years studying business relationships, both inside and outside of companies, teaching people how to work together, support one another, and achieve more than they thought could be possible. He consults with and coaches executives at companies such as Disney, Siemens, KPMG, and he helps them leverage their relationships to create exceptional employee and customer experiences. He is the author of 10 books, translated into 8 languages, including the best-selling Relationships Economics, and more recently, Co-Create. But as you'll learn shortly, the most fascinating part of our speaker this afternoon is that he came to this country from Iran back in 1981 with $100, a suitcase, and limited family ties. He also didn't speak a word of English. I'm elated to introduce our keynote speaker, David Nour.
President Clapper, Ashworth College faculty and staff, distinguished guests, family, friends, and most notably, the graduating class of 2018, you did it. With my warmest congratulations to each of you for achieving this remarkable milestone, in our brief time together this afternoon, I want to take you on a journey. I want you to look back and take a quick glance at your yesterday, breathe and soak in your today, and for just a few minutes, let's dream together for a different your tomorrow. In glancing back at yesterday, are the details of where we were born or grew up really that important? I would say absolutely yes. Whether your story is an extraordinary one or an ordinary event, it is absolutely worth telling. Stories of our yesterdays remind us of our difficulties, perhaps painful moments, and although we can't wish old feelings away, they're a gift to tomorrow's generation. The stories of our yesterdays are an attempt to release ourselves from them to evolve and grow beyond them. Telling stories of your yesterdays help us weave a healing story of our life's precious experiences, and they give meaning to whatever pains we have endured. You see, as you heard, I'm originally from Iran. I was born to a loving home of middle-class teachers. Mom and Dad worked 2 jobs to make ends meet. My younger sister and I had all that we needed: a loving home, family, friends, clothes, early education, and memorable family road trips, including a lot of "stop touching me." And then a revolution tore my country apart. As a teenager, I was sent here to the US to live with an aunt and uncle that I hadn't seen since birth, while Mom, Dad, and a younger sister returned to Iran to be with our extended family of elderly grandparents, aunts, uncles, and cousins. I came on May 23rd, 1981, and as you heard, with a suitcase, $100 to my name, didn't know anyone, and didn't speak a word of English. As you can imagine, the first few years were a little rough. I distinctly remember my 14th birthday party at a roller skating rink where everyone who had invited decided not to show up. I was heartbroken and really homesick. I remember a really hard time getting along with others at school, simply because I had an accent, I looked and behaved differently than they did. They would see on nightly news about the Iran hostage crisis at home, and I was the perfect target for their anger the next day at school. But through the kindness of a few, I did manage to learn English, make friends, play varsity soccer and swim, earn an Eagle Scout, and graduate from high school. I worked my way through 9 years of taking classes at nights, changing majors 2 to 3 times, working 2, sometimes 3 jobs to earn an undergraduate degree. Along the way, in my yesterdays, I met my beautiful bride, Wendy, who has become my better half. Some would even say 2/3. We also lost my younger sister, who came here to the U.S. to live with us at the tender age of 23 to suicide. A pain that, although may dull, seldom truly goes away. In my yesterdays, we were blessed with 2 beautiful children. Diamond, your life will never be the same. With an insatiable appetite for learning, I returned to get a master's degree several years later. I've worked for big companies, startups, and a private equity firm who buys and sells other companies. In my yesterdays, as you heard, I've been blessed to be able to write 10 books, translated in 8 languages, and I've spoken over 1,000 times to global, thank you. I've been able to speak over 1,000 times to global audiences of 25 to 25,000 attendees. You see, probably a lot like you, my yesterdays may have been glittered with joy, pain, challenges, disappointments, good times, and some tough ones. Our yesterdays and our learnings from them honor and respect our ancestors. Our yesterdays show us everyday heroes who inspire us to awaken our future potential. Our yesterdays do not simply reflect our personality, they are an important part of our personality, our values, our traits, and our goals. From my yesterdays, I learned that kindness matters more than ever, that even deep pain can be overcome, that faith serves as guardrails in life, that my tomorrow is a new beginning. But most importantly, from my yesterdays, I learned that where I was born won't define me. It is where I'm going that matters. But our life's journey doesn't stop in our yesterdays. Your today, oh, what a present it is indeed. Today, you're here to celebrate, to breathe and soak in all that you have worked for. Your today is a day of joy to appreciate where you've been. Your today's day unlike any other. It's a one-of-a-kind, never to become again, potentially life-defining window. Today, you become aware of the unlimited quantities of potential held deep within each and every one of you. My today is filled with life's challenges and opportunities. It is a blessed and a highly favored day. Wendy and I have now been married for 22 years and often work through, thank you. Amazing she's put up with me for this long. We often work through all that marriage and life has and family brings, understanding one another better, communicating more effectively and consistently, raising our now 16 and 14-year-old teenagers to become confident, capable, and productive adults. Today, I aim to keep our dogs alive and happy, pay the mortgage and the bills on time, balance what we do for a living with opportunities to disengage and recharge through quality time with our family. My today is thoughts and prayers with parents and an extended family who live on the other side of the world, loved ones who are in pain or recovering. I miss friends and family who are no longer with us. My today is aimed to continue to learn something new. I'm reminded of what my dad drove into me so many years ago, that leaders are readers, and readers are leaders. Today, I will walk while listening to a podcast. I will watch a TED video and think. I will write personal handwritten notes to remind those who have shown me kindness, shared their wisdom, or invested their time with me of my personal appreciation. My today is a constant aim to make something happen, to enhance my life, to make someone laugh, to help a friend, to love. Today, I carry 5 pennies in my front right pocket And each time I recognize someone for their efforts, lift someone up, share a kind smile or comment, I move a penny to my left front pocket. By the end of the day, I aim to move all 5 pennies as a simple reminder to cheer for others and be a harvester of hope. None of us can predict our tomorrows, but we certainly can control our todays. And what we choose to do today often has a ripple effect that can benefit us immensely. The best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago. The second best time is now, according to an African proverb. You've been given endless talents to fully utilize your today. Start living. Make a life out of what you have, not what you're missing. Your today is a great big canvas. Start splashing all the paint on it that you can. From my today, I'm learning that success is seldom obtained overnight. I was close. From my today, I'm learning that success is seldom obtained overnight. Stay with me. That's a little later. It comes in installments. You earn a little bit today, a little bit tomorrow, until the whole package is earned. The day you procrastinate, you lose the day's success earning opportunity. Most importantly, from my today, I'm learning that happiness doesn't depend on who you are or what you have. In your today, it depends solely upon what you think. So start each day by thinking all the things you have to be thankful for. Your tomorrow will depend very largely on the thoughts you think today. So think thoughts of hope and confidence and love and gratitude. When you choose to do good in the world, it matters, even if those good things are small and seem insignificant in the bigger picture. Remember, today will pass like a minute. 60 seconds forced upon you. You can't refuse it. You didn't seek it. You didn't choose it, but it's up to you to use it. You will suffer if you lose it. Give account if you abuse it. Today is but a minute, but forever is in it. If your life story looks back to get experience, looks around to find reality, looks within you to find yourself, it must look forward to seeing hope. The most beautiful part of your tomorrow is that it hasn't been written yet. Our ability to imagine our tomorrow is what gives humans our evolutionary advantage. Do you remember growing up and our parents telling us never talk to a stranger and certainly never get in a car with a stranger? How many of you have used Uber in the past month? How about stayed in an Airbnb? What if I told you 10 years ago that you could lay in bed and plan your day, buy whatever you wanted, read a book, watch videos, video chat with people on the other side of the world, all on a piece of glass? Anybody used the tablet lately? I once read that at first, people often refuse to believe that a strange new thing can be done. Then they begin to hope it can be done. Then they see that it can be done. Then it is done, and all the world wonders why it wasn't done years ago. What will be challenging about your tomorrow is how to expect the unexpected. Where you've been and what you've done are only building blocks. In the movie Back to the Future 2, made in 1989, set in 2015, they did get the video conferencing and drones right, but they also thought people would still be using payphones and fax machines because how important they were when the film was made. Our feelings and desires will change over time. What's important to keep in mind about your tomorrow is to plan. And if plan A doesn't work, the alphabet has 25 more letters. My tomorrow is full of hope, some concerns, but mostly hope. Hope for a healthy family, healthy life with my immediate family, and a bright future for my children. I'm curious about what work will look like for us and how we will describe success in our tomorrow. I'm excited to see the technologies that will change the way we live, work, and play. In my tomorrow, I want to build relationships that push me to think, learn, and grow. I want to co-create a different journey, one that matters, one that creates an even greater impact than I can possibly imagine creating by myself. In my tomorrow, I want to do things that matter most to me, like spending quality times with my loved ones, going for long motorcycle rides to see more sunsets, drinking less coffee and more tea, giving more to others in need, being more still and present in the moment. I'm not concerned about dying. I'm afraid of an unlived life. I don't want anything from you today. It's your day to celebrate. What I want for you is to create 5 powerful habits today for a better day tomorrow. So for the graduating class, I want you to do this with me. Number 1, exercise more. Your body, like your mind, is a tool, and it will serve you well as long as you take care of it. 2, lose your worry. Have faith that life will unfold as intended, and don't let worry rob you of the amazing blessings that are in your life every single day. 3, walk away from regrets. No matter how many times you revisit it, analyze it, regret it, sweat it, the past is over. It can hurt you no more, so learn from it and move on. Number 4, all good things in moderation. Keep things balanced. Einstein once said that life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. Work to live, not the other way around. And 5, give a hand to those in need. None of us are an island. None of us have all the answers. And as a mentor has driven to me over the years, if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. Only through others will we learn, grow, and evolve. In my small way, I'm cheering for each and every one of you. And I can't wait for the front row seat to celebrate your today and learn of your amazing tomorrow. Thanks for having me.